Back for a return? Yep.
Eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends.
There's not a
Never
call
forget
for the
it.
junk you sell, then.
Junk? Why, I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients. And back for a return. Have at. Got yourself situated.
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Bree? I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
Yep.
Friends. Never forget it. Glad to see you well. How you holding up? Until late. Smells worse over here than a dozen
Fine or
rotten
capital.
eggs
Good luck to you.
vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
I don't come visit you, ton. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree? I'm all right. You're safe among friends. Never forget.
People turned into cows. That's happened. Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat?
This flesh is well past ripe. Whatever memories it once held are now gone.
The rest of this town. Back again. It's free fair travels, friend.
Keeping it together, Bree? You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
People turned into cows.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you'll end up with sword.
Here lies Maurinia Grigsby Bartlett, died wealthy days after her husband, aged 21. Here lies the body of Riona Lee, drowned in the flood of '83. A passing drifter tried to save her, and himself was dragged under.
Ruler of a rotting kingdom.
Here lies Ogden Quincy, poet and tavern wit. Here lieth the clown, thank the gods.
Look at all these bones. What's this? Still stuck. There must be another one. What's this? Ah, success. It won't budge. How inconvenient.
Ugh, it's shut tight. Oh, it's shut tight.
Shut tight. Maybe this one. What did that do? Hear that? Did something. All this wealth's just been going to waste.
Unlike so many other spirits, this one is hardly silent. She clicks and squawks the moment you approach her, like a cornered crow facing down a hungry owl.
Are you the new servant, then? My. You look like my old handbag, but dipped in cherry wine. You brought my tea, have you?
The spirit puffs out her chest in irritation.
You speak only when spoken to, scaly. Now, where's my tea? And it better not be that earthy stuff from that lizard land of yours.
The spirit takes the invisible cup from you and takes a sip of non-existent liquid.
I've tasted better brews, but from the look of you, the refreshments won't be improving.
She waits a moment.
You expecting a tip? Well, here's one. Exfoliate. That old thing, it was passed to me by my father, Johannius. And my father's father, Johannius. And my father's 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 father, Johannius. Don't know what happened to the one in the middle. Don't rightfully know what it's supposed to do. Johannius, the umpteens, brought it back from Blood Moon Island. I thought it might be good for stirring stew, but the cook gave it back. Said it made her feel funny. Whatever that...
The spirit stands there smiling, as if she hadn't just uttered the words of demons. Luckily, you understood them. Anathema seeks blood.
What just happened? You mean my display of proper posture and etiquette? The benefits of charm school, I don't expect you to qualify. Hurry back. The eyebrows still need plucking.
feel the unusual object's vast energy before your hand even touches its smooth surface. Upon contact, the semi-transparent artifact shivers and speaks. You know this language. It is an archaic tongue spoken only by demons for untold eons.
When as one, I am slayer of sin and the bane of the living. Restore my twin, make me whole. In archive of old the blade resides, an isle of blood where demons abide.
The object speaks once more, and you consider your fortune in understanding its demonic monologue.
I'm demon true, taken to Isle of Vaults, exorcised from host most dear. The priest, Surrey by name, confined my soul to blade of glass and bone, then split in twain when madness boiled his blood. Anathema, I'm called, but only halves before you. In archives rest the blade. The path is marked. Now on to Isle embark.
The heirloom is silent once more. The object repeats its cryptic remarks. The oblong object is crystal clear and unmarked by marks or chips. It rests snugly in your palm, as if meant to be gripped with a resolute hand.
What the hell?
Unlike so many other spirits, this one is hardly silent. She clicks and squawks the moment you approach her, like a cornered crow facing down a hungry owl.
Are you the new servant, then? A pity. Seems the standard is plummeting quick. What is this? Highly unusual, I must say.
This thing speaks to me. But what is it trying to say?
My tongue! It's speaking the language of the Eternals. I mean, it is gibberish, but such beautifully phrased gibberish.
It has a nice rhythm to it, doesn't it? Kind of like a song. Beautiful language.
Sounds like any other plea for mercy to me. Utter nonsense.
Those masked freaks. God's damned Riker. Ah, my sun-baked friend. Any luck, an old lady?
He places his hand on the artifact, and it drones in the demonic tongue. When, as one, I am slayer of sin and the bane of the living, restore my twin, make me whole. The object continues. In archive of old the blade resides, an isle of blood where demons abide.
It's true, then. Anathema. Within reach. Tell me, is this all there was? There weren't any other curios in there?
But of course. I consider it my scholarly duty to know what I can of them. Surely you of all people understand the quest for knowledge.
He breathes a long, lugubrious sigh.
It's time I leveled with you. This is the hand grip of the fabled Anathema. A sword capable of annihilating anyone. Even a divine. Imagine it. Holding in your hand a force that could wipe away sun and shadow. A sword of life and death, miracle and sin. A sword of atonement. I can restore Anathema to working condition, but this is only half of it. We still need the blade. How fortunate that the hilt has already told us where to find it. Blood Moon Island. Fascinating. And it told you exactly where to find it. Histories are wildly incomplete. But now I have a better picture of how Anathema came to be. An exorcised demon living in a sword of glass. The hilt was brought here by one of the many Surreys. Not surprised. None of them sound too bright. I can't imagine having even half a demonic sword around was very healthy for that feeble-minded family. They probably winced whenever a black cat came around. Well, well, well. You've got spirit to go with those smarts. Blood Moon Island awaits, my friend. It's a bit of a jaunt, but this gives me time to prepare my workspace. We'll catch up on the Lady Vengeance, yes?
Tarquin doesn't wait for an answer. His attentions are already turned elsewhere.
second time's a charm? Or have I asked too much of you? Well.
It is no longer possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. Time and the elements have left this grave marker illegible.
An ancestor tree. Pure grace in an undeserving world. The spirit of the tree may have much to say.
An undead elf steps from the shadows. He looks powerful, but when he speaks, he is in pain. The spirit ignores your presence, busy as it is resisting the pull of another, the ancestor tree, trying to take its source. All you feel is the spirit's resistance, and its anger, directed at the mother tree that has betrayed it. The spirit ignores your presence, busy as it is resisting the pull of another, the ancestor tree, trying to take its source. All you feel is its resistance, and its hate for the rebellious scion. The spirit ignores your presence. The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground to the surface above and beyond. But this tree feels tainted. You are a scion of the elves. The mother tree demands your blood. You do not have a choice. She has a plan, and you must serve her with your death. You heed your mother's wishes and take root. But then you hear a voice, a friendly whisper from beyond. The voice knows you. He understands you. He loves you. He offers you your freedom and asks but one small service in return. Grateful, you accept. In an instant, you are an elf once more, walking in the world. But your new friend begins to make demands. Small services, then larger and more often. They cause you pain. At last, he bids you guard your tree. He expects you shall have guests. You shall kill the Godwoken when they come. Then you shall be free. The thought occurs. The scion replaced one bad deal with another.
To trade one's soul for immortality and then lose out on your prize? That is unfortunate, no matter the circumstances.
Spare me this elven strife. I care not.
Welcome, Godwoken, to your grave. I promise you decay. You cannot defeat me, Godwoken. He does not allow it. Rise, my decaying army. Rise. may your scion defeat my enemy.
lucky find.
The spirit looks forlorn, exhausted, spent. Nothing remains of the life you led. The long years after death, resisting the tree as it tried to take your source, have left you with little more than an overwhelming sense of betrayal. Relief flows through you. The spirit slips away. A wave of relief washes off the spirit. Relief tempered with disgust. You are an elven spirit. Who you were in life is now forgotten. You have spent the years resisting the pull of the ancestor tree. It would steal your source. This source you would gladly give to the mother tree. But not this traitor. This scion has betrayed the elves. This scion has taken a darker path. This scion wants your source for someone or something else. This, you think, is what happens when the scions don't get proper training. Relief flows through you as you realize that you may leave. Your thoughts flash to the mother tree, by the water on an island with no name. The spirit slips away. The spirit looks angry. You have been a spirit for a very long time indeed. This afterlife has been spent resisting the pull of the ancestor tree that wants your source. You've always hated the scion of the tree for seeking your destruction. Once he served the hated mother tree. You hate her too, but now the scion has taken a darker path. But he still wants your source. Relief flows through you as a realization grows. You may leave. The spirit slips away. The tree sits lifeless now, bereft of memory, its source gone forever. Dead wood now, it shall fade into the past. Callum Anchoret lies here. Fell in the Great War. Aged 14.
Locked in perpetual prayer. Keep trying, my friend.
Locked in perpetual prayer.
Locked in perpetual
Keep trying,
locked
my
in
friend.
perpetual
Keep
prayer.
trying, my friend.
Keep trying, my friend.
spirits leave their dead for the
glorious
birds to
deaths.
consume?
How barbaric.
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
We are an inspiration to our people.
The eagle glowers at you with one baleful eye, keeping the other eye firmly trained on the stringy morsels of rotting flesh dangling from its beak.
You dare touch Master's gifts. No invitation. Leave now. Leave me and Master alone.
The eagle glowers at you with one baleful...
You dare.
We died glorious deaths.
Plenty of souls will rest easier now that Riker's dead. Not all, but plenty. You're God-woken, ain't you? You've a certain something about your aura. Don't ask me why. But someone out there's got it in for you and everyone like you.
Two dwarven spirits at loggerheads. In a flash, you are both of them, brother and sister. Your feminine side is a rebel, rising up against the tyrannical queen. Your masculine side is a royalist, loyal to the monarch he loves. As the brother, you rescue your sister from the pikes of the Royal Guard. Together, you flee across the sea to the melting pot of Driftwood and Reaper's Coast. But in Driftwood, you visit the Lizard. You are the sister, and you know that something is wrong. You climb the stairs to rescue your brother, and find him fighting for his life against the dwarves who would rob him. Both of you die. But your killers do right by their fellow dwarves, and bring you here to lay you to rest. As spirits, you fight for eternity, one convinced that the Queen is a tyrant, the other that your treason was wrong. The sister smiles. She feels vindicated. Her brother still does not agree. The rebellion was a disaster. The rebellion was a mistake that cost them their lives. Realizing in a moment that life and death has brought them to the edge of oblivion, they reach for each other, and then they are gone.
The rain's sweeter, knowing that freak of an elf won't stalk these cobbles no more.
The dwarf recoils in horror as your source whips around her. As you pull her towards you, you hear her whispering, "Please no," before you suck her source deep into your body. The spirit is dressed in tattered ceremonial garb. Eagle feathers tangle in his beard, and bird droppings decorate his robes. He surveys the circling flock with evident satisfaction.
My faithful eagles work still. They know their duty. They need me not. See my feather fall here, prime among my flock. He won't leave my body till naught remains but bleached bone. No ordinary hunger, but a trained hunger. Watch. See him separate spleen from marrow, just so. Hurts? My dear boy, no. All I feel is pride. My featherfall knows just how to slice and just what to chew. He eats to free me, to free this spirit from its earthly ties. With each peck, I am closer to the Hall of Echoes.
Plenty of souls will rest easier now that Riker's dead. You're God-woke, don't ask.
The dwarf stares in confusion as a thin line of source slips out from your body and creeps towards him. By the time he realizes what's happening, it's too late.
No, please, you can't. Please, don't.
More talk. I always preferred the chatter of my eagles to the empty gap. See my feather fall here. Prime 'em.
No, no, no! My spirit is for the halls! The halls! No!
The upper part of the tombstone has worn away. A pauper lieth here. Sick and dying he was found. We did give him blankets. What he lacked in skill, he balanced with self-sacrifice. The spirit of a poacher stands before you. He begs for mercy, but not from you. He has no eyes for you.
Please, Master Racker, it was a mistake. I'd never have killed that deer, not if I knew who it belonged to.
The spirit of the poacher suddenly turns and notices you. It is the last thing that he does.
Burning Voidwoken. The stink upsets me. I don't know why.
We showed them. Yes, we did. We showed them how to die. We'll win this war yet, brother. We'll win it yet.
What's this?
It's true what the old miss told me. Victor, she said, you can't gamble forever. It's only a matter of time before your luck runs out. Bless her heart.
The skeleton is old enough for flies to have eaten its flesh, though some of its owner's clothing still remains intact, including a belt with a gleaming buckle. You run your finger along the skull and spine until it finds a fissure. Upon closer inspection, you realize the victim suffered a broken neck. It seems this person took a great fall. The belt may have been gnawed by rodents and reptiles, but the name engraved on its buckle is unmistakable: Victor. You see no blood or signs of struggle. The surrounding vegetation is green and healthy. The bones look properly intact, though its skull is askew, as if the skeleton is looking in a direction it shouldn't be able to.
Well, here's one corpse that never got a proper burial.
The skeleton is old enough for flies to have eaten its flesh, though the earth beneath is slightly cratered. Either the skeleton's owner took a great fall, or happened to die upon a skeleton-shaped indentation. The skeleton is old enough for flight. The skeleton is old enough...
Sounds like there's a battle unfolding nearby. this again.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
Boring.
The spirit of a woman cowers before you. She has her hand clamped over her mouth in a desperate effort to stifle the whimpering. Something catches her eye. Terror swamps her, and she slips to the floor, screaming.
Help! Somebody! Help! Five work on!
villagers, some slain by Voidwoken. Others perhaps not.
The spirit of a matronly woman stands before you. She shakes her head as she soundlessly argues with someone unseen. A faint sound catches your ear, the rasp of metal upon leather, a sword unsheathed. The spirit's eyes bulge with panic. She raises her arms protectively. An unseen blade cuts through the air with a whistle. The spirit collapses backwards, a silver gash opening the full width of her torso. The spirit of a matronly... A faint sound catches your ear. A chilling sensation passes right through you. For a moment, it sounds like you can hear a distant male voice utter a confused, huh? The woman's eyes seem to fix upon you, a brief flash of lucidity.
Big Magister did this. He didn't care that I was innocent. I heard them call him Stanley as I bled out on the ground.
The moment passes. There's another swish of metal through the air. The spirit collapses backwards, a silver gash opening the full width of her torso.
Rubbish.
Be grateful that you don't feel the need.